Joining us now for more, the Director of Research at the Government Accountability Institute and author of Controligarchs, Exposing the Billionaire Class, Seamus Bruner. Great to have you with us this morning. What was your reaction to reports that Facebook has been censoring people since the war started in Ukraine? It's now happening in Israel, and profiting to the tune of billions of dollars.
Yeah, that's right. Rob and Charlotte, good morning. Good to be with you. It's everybody knows that censorship is kind of on the rise on these big tech platforms, but the figure $11 billion industry for the trust and safety, that kind of blew me away. But then you go and look at the advertising revenues that companies like Google make, $230 billion. It's a huge industry, and using the trust and safety as a censorship to scare advertisers. You see this on Twitter with Elon Musk filing this thermonuclear lawsuit. It's a huge cash game.
Yeah, you point out in your book that this isn't the only time these elites profited during a crisis impacting everyday people. Could you give us some insight into how their net worth skyrocketed during the COVID pandemic?
Sure, you hear it all the time that COVID is over, the pandemic is over, but no, the pandemic was a blueprint for the future. And so we tracked the money, we followed it all the way to the top. Men like Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, they added tens of billions of dollars to their net worth. Now, that wouldn't surprise some of the savvy viewers of your show, right. But what really blew me away is how they made this money and how they are using this money to construct tyrannical systems that are going to control every aspect of our lives. I'll give you an example. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night.
And Mark Zuckerberg's in your bedroom. Oh.
Yeah,
that's Rob's nightmare.
No. Drenched in sweat.
Close.
Drenched in sweat, or you're freezing as it gets colder in the winter here, and you go to your thermostat and you try to change the temperature. You can't. You've been locked out of your thermostat. Now, that may sound like a conspiracy theory, but residents in Colorado and Texas and in California have all experienced these smart thermostats being locked to save the climate. Now, Jeff Bezos is Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. They're building this technology, and they're doing it in the food industry with Bill Gates cornering the food market. And of course, we just talked about information.
Yeah, I want to talk about something you just mentioned there. So your book kind of blows the lid off the billionaire class and how they've basically feathered their own nests over the last several years, from COVID on through what we're seeing right now. They're using artificial intelligence, which I still think confuses a lot of people, including myself. Can you comment on Bill Gates buying up all this U.S. farmland? Why should that concern people?
Sure. So Microsoft had this strategy that was exposed by the Justice Department in the antitrust trial over the course of the 90s. It was called Embrace, Extend, Extinguish, where Microsoft would embrace a sector, they'd extend their reach in that sector, and then they would extinguish the competition. That's what Bill Gates is up to with the farmland. You know, everybody knows he's buying farmland. They don't know what he's doing with it. He's extending his reach, and then he pushes for regulations that put the smallholder farmers, the family-owned farmers out of business. They just can't keep up with the climate change regulations that he pushes.
Yeah. Great to have you on. Seamus Bruner, we'll have you back. We appreciate you being with us during the busy holiday week. Thank you.